Hello, everybody. Dr. Willie Jolley coming to you with my beautiful bride, the one and only D. Taylor Jolley.
Good evening.
How are you? How are you? Happy summer and happy middle part of July. August. We're in August. And hopefully you are enjoying your summer. Some of you got kids going back to school.
So happy back to school for the parents.
Happy back to school for all you parents. I guess some of you are happy about that and some of you might not be. But we are grateful to be here with you. We got Happily Married Monday with the Jolleys with a special show tonight about you got issues, we got tissues. We want to help you with some of your issues. We've gotten some that have come our way as a result of us telling people to send your questions and your issues that you are dealing with. There's some doozies. We want to encourage people to send your questions to info@williejolly.com, and we'll maybe address them in an upcoming show. For those who are new, we're the authors of the book Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last. Willie and D. Jolley, 10 Secrets to Shape a Great Marriage. We've been married for 34 years.
And he does all the talking.
Y'all know that's not true. She is a character. Anyway, we're married 34 years, haven't had an argument. 30 years. 30 years, haven't had an argument. Now, that doesn't mean we agree all the time.
No, we don't.
We do not.
But we're very respectful of each other.
Boom. We're respectful. And if, for some reason, if one of us is not happy or offended, we tell the other one, hey.
If you've said something that offended me, I will say, that offended me or that hurt my feelings.
And vice versa.
Yes.
When you say something,
and then we apologize.
When you're short with me because because you're working focused and
or you're long and drawn out.
Oh, one or the other. Anyway, so we are enjoying a little bit of AK, and we got some more coming up before the holiday ends and the summer ends. For those who don't know, we also have a workbook. Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last workbook. Really love these little, y'all see the hearts. They are so many little.
They're little personalities, Mr. and Mrs. Hart. But they were designed by our graphics person, Gloria Marconi.
Really love those. Really love those. And here is our live 2 CD set seminar. Great information on the seminar. It was done at Grace Church. And that's when we started taking questions from audience members.
Anonymously written on cards.
Anonymous questions.
Or paper.
And that's where we realized the power of having conversations and answering the questions. Because people do come up with some real issues, some real doozies that need to be addressed. So we're going to...
It gives you great appreciation for the situation that you're in. You discover, well, you know what? This is not so bad. Actually, it's pretty good. We do communicate. When you start to hear other issues that people
some of them are really tough.
And I think, my personal opinion, is that a lot or some of the issues are a result of people not listening to the other, or one spouse not listening to the other, or there's a selfishness too, just not wanting to share the power.
So we're going to try and get through some of these questions this week. And if you've got questions, issues that you need help on, something that you're struggling with,
Or if you just have a question.
Oh, you just have a question. Yeah. If we can help or we can give you our perspective, then we're happy to do so. Info, INF as in Frank O, at williejolly.com, WILLIEJOLLEY.com. I guess we'll get a place we can get them a Jolly marriage as soon as Cheryl gets back. Cheryl's on vacation, so we're going to be continuing to pump up the Jolly marriage site with new information, new opportunities, new content. Okay, let's take one. The best man at our wedding is my husband's long time friend. But he drinks. And he likes to come visit often. And then when he comes, he wants to stay for a few days. My husband says, this guy helped me when I was young, protected me from the bullies. He's my guy. And he says it's okay for him to stay. I'm not feeling it. What should I do?
She's not feeling it because he drinks?
He drinks, he comes, he kind of and stays. Then
like he doesn't have a job?
Well, he comes and stays for weekends, and and she is not feeling it, and she wants to say no mas. Husband saying, "Hey, he's my guy," and it's creating friction in their relationship, in their marriage. What do you do?
I think they have to talk more about why he feels so
beholden
to his best man.
Well, that's why he feels beholden is that.
Well, that will impact, I think,
well, he already said because he protected him. He was his best man. He was his
So he has strong feelings.
Yep.
Okay, in that sense, then.
And she's
perhaps
not feeling
she doesn't. Just say she's not feeling. What does
she
that mean?
She doesn't like.
Does the best friend make her feel uncomfortable?
She just wants to have her own space.
Is it just? So they're arguing about this?
They're arguing about it. What do they do?
So they should both give a little. Okay,
one of the things we were at a event somewhere over the weekend. I'm trying to think which event it was. We've been at so many events, but one of the conversations that came up was marriage takes two major things that you must be involved with: compromise and sacrifice. Compromise and sacrifice. And so there's got to be some compromise here.
So there is no compromise right now.
There's no compromise.
So I'm saying that perhaps she has not expressed why she feels that he's invading her space. And I go back to the question: does he make her feel uncomfortable, or just does the drinking and the stuff just so repels her? She's like.
So here's my recommendation. One, that husband and wife sit down and go through those 4 F's that are critical to every difficult conversation. Marriage involves numerous difficult conversations over the years. We've had difficult conversations. But the 4 F's formula will help through the difficult conversations. First, be friendly. Y'all sit down and have a friendly conversation. Then be frank. Say, this is how that makes me feel. Now, we want to say being frank.
The best guy gets on my last nerve.
Well, this is how that makes me feel. I feel like I don't have my privacy. I feel...
That's what I'm saying. She's not evidently expressing clearly.
Well, they haven't had that conversation.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. They got to have those 4 F's.
So this person is writing in, but they have not had a conversation with the husband.
Frank, then fair. Listen to his side. Listen to the husband's side.
Maybe he saved him from the bullies.
Maybe he saved him.
Protected his life.
That's what I'm saying. There's something. So listen.
How much does he owe him?
Then finally, friendly, frank, fair, focused on a positive result. We want to be happily married.
So maybe the guys could go away for a weekend. Maybe it's not every time he comes. Maybe
Or
there's some things
I just think what would have happened when we were married if I brought somebody over all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. Eventually say, I like your friend. He's got a guy, but I don't want to see him every week. Can we space this out? There's a compromise here somewhere. Since the husband wants some
But
time.
then, it also brings out, why is it that the friend comes and the husband spends so much? So the friend is coming, but he's coming because the husband is spending time with the friend.
Yeah.
As opposed to time with the wife.
Correct.
Hmm?
Yes.
So maybe there's some other.
How do they fix that though?
Okay.
Whatever the case may be, how do they fix it? They got to compromise and sacrifice.
They have to talk about the issues are.
Right. Talk about it and say, here's
why they
what.
each feel a certain way.
Yeah. Okay, they talk about
it. And then, well, I'm getting to. Okay, let's say if you had someone who came over every weekend.
Yes. Every weekend or every other weekend.
And sucked up the air in the room and ate up the food and everything.
Yes.
You see, the first thing I figure out now, why is he spending more time with this person than with me?
Okay, and then you say that, then what?
No, I personally would not say that at first. I would deal with what's important to you. I would give you so much sex that you wouldn't have time for.
Yo, dog, you gotta go. You gotta go, dog. You gotta go. You got to go. You were right. That's the answer. Come closer. You fall out.
I'm sorry. Because I know what it is that you like.
All right.
So my goal
stand
is
up a second. Let me pull this
my
out.
goal is to always persuade you.
All right.
So
you go.
know I'm not fair. So I would always lean in and lean towards sweet talking you, rubbing against you, and sexing you up to get you. Well, he can't come over every weekend.
Oh yeah.
Because we can't be intimate.
Dog, you got to go. Okay, that answers that one. Y'all got that answer, miss? Whoever sent that in? That's the answer. D just gave you the answer. Hook a brother up so much that he said, hey, dog, you got to go.
We got some faces.
People are laughing on that one. Okay, here's another.
I handle that. Okay.
All right, here's another one. Okay,
you knew I was going to say that.
I did not know that. I don't know what you're going to say most of the time. Okay, I don't know what's going to come out of your mouth at any given moment, which is why I think this show is so fresh. And people. Oh, by the way, thank you all you who have sent us notes and say I love you guys on Monday nights. You've given us so much encouragement because we just do what we do. And you say you're different, you're fresh. I've been telling my friends about it. They got to watch, and you're funny, and you talk about sex without any issues. No issues. Well, we talk about in the book the big 3 things that break up marriages: sex, money, and communication.
And we communicate much better after we've had sex because he's much more cooperative. So I don't know if that works. It definitely works in our relationship. And some things I say, you know what? We're not going to talk about that until we go to bed. I'm like, no, I want to talk.
All right, so here's another one. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, here's a good one. When my wife and I have an argument, she shuts down. She refuses to talk, which makes me want to talk more, and I get angrier. She often will leave the room, and when I follow her into the next room, she hollers for me to get out. But I feel it's my house too. And I say, I pay the rent here just as much as you pay the rent. I don't want to leave this room. And so we have this ongoing problem. This is not working. I don't know what to do. When it's good, but when it's bad, it's bad. Whoo! Okay. Here's a solution to that. I got the solution to that. It's called the fight or flight syndrome. That some people want to fight till they get it right. And other people don't like the confrontation. So they want to leave the room. So what we tell people is this, and we talk about it in the book, that when somebody asks for space, give it to them.
So it comes down to respecting how your spouse communicates.
Look.
And communication when you disagree is just as important as when you are agreeing.
Yep.
So different personalities, different styles, introvert versus extrovert
yep.
versus, and so some people like to talk all the time.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All the time. And some people like to, I need a moment. Or I want to sit and read and think. So the word is RESPECT, which is respect the style of your spouse.
So what we have done is
and that takes discipline.
We haven't had arguments, but let's say you say to me, I need a little space. I give her space.
I would say, you're driving me crazy.
Yeah.
I got to have a couple minutes where I don't want to talk about that right now. Just like I said
today.
Morning.
She said it today about something I said I want to do. She said, not now.
I said, this is not a good time to talk about
that because I got something else I'm dealing with. And I knew she was dealing with something else. And I said,
and because I would probably not be able to give him a nice answer the way that he would, because I already knew I was upset.
I want to have a good, open, and honest and
pleasant
conversation about this desire I have of what I want to do and where I want to go and monies I want to spend.
Yes.
And she said, "No,
not now.
Not now." I said, "No problem."
You did.
I did. I said, no problem. We'll talk about it later.
Yes.
When you're feeling a little more open and this other thing is not so present on your mind.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So the answer to this question is, one, when someone asks for space, give them space. Second, though, wife shutting down. Shutting down.
Does that mean sexually? Is that what you're talking about?
It doesn't say. It doesn't say. It says she shut down. She, shuts down communication. Stops. Like we have a person in our, I don't call her name Cheryl, that she and her husband, when she was married, before she came here to work, she said she wouldn't talk to him for 2 to 3 months. Shut it down. No communicate. I'm mad. I ain't talking to you. I said, that's not the way to keep this.
She's not that way anymore.
No, she's not, because she's been around us and we have encouraged her. But some people think that I'm not talking to you. And that's not the answer to fix a problem.
Because you don't win.
No.
You're not influencing the person, at least in a positive way, by not communicating. So I always try to stay close. If I'm annoyed, and I would say I'm annoyed with him. And I explain in detail why I'm annoyed with him.
That's
because I want him to know every little detail of what I'm feeling. Because I'm always trying to influence him, even if I'm annoyed with him.
And we talk about it.
Right.
And the more we talk, the better again. Then we laugh.
Laugh.
Before you laugh, it's over. We done moved on. We don't argue. We talk about it. And if there's an issue, if somebody's offended. Let me say something I've read earlier today. If you're breathing, your mate will eventually offend you. Learn to forgive. Forgive.
Because hopefully it's not intentional.
No, hopefully it's not intentional.
Yes.
And most times it's not. But people do use certain techniques to get their way, which we've talked about. People who are manipulative in their fighting. They're fighting not fair. They're not fair fighting. They go for your weak point. Your Achilles tendon might be. We knew one person who had daddy issues, so he would go to her daddy issues. We've known other people.
That's not fighting fair.
No, that's not fighting fair. Look, you want to stay married. You want to be happily married, right? Right? Am I right? Yeah. So you want to be married and happily married. Then you want to make sure that you don't hurt your spouse. Okay, this is one. Here's one. I've been married 20 years. Just learned my wife is having conversations, don't know if it's relations or not with another man.
You mean you don't know if it's a sexual relationship?
Don't know if it's sexual, okay? I have not been perfect. I have not been faithful all of my marriage. But I'm ready to be settled now.
And why is he ready to be settled?
Maybe because she got his attention. I don't know what made him do it. Maybe he had a change of heart. Maybe he came to himself. Maybe he had a spiritual conversion. Maybe he had some enlightenment. But she is angry. She's angry almost all the time.
Oh, wow.
And now that I'm one of...
she's angry at me
and the kids.
And the kids. Wow.
All the time. She seems to be saying, my life is not happy. You got these kids now. I am not happy with you. And he says, I want to save my marriage. What do I do? I'm going to tell you what you do. You apologize first for the unfaithfulness years ago, or whatever was. You apologize for it, and then you say, it won't happen again, I promise. And you work on your marriage. You tell your spouse that I love you, and I'm here for the long haul. I know it's been difficult. I know you might want out now, but I can be the man you married, or you thought I was going to be. I'm going to be that man.
And then she can say, the words don't mean anything. So you have to be prepared for the long haul.
Long
what does that look like?
Workout. You got to work your way back into her life. You've got to work your way back into rebuilding her trust and her amorous feelings for you.
She doesn't feel all right. If he has been unfaithful, then she has definitely feelings of insecurity.
Yep.
So he has to make her.
He got to make her secure. So two things again in the book, we talk about two things that men need. Oh, let's talk about two things women need. Women need intimacy and security. If you mess up on one of those two things, you're gonna have problems, gentlemen. Intimacy is not always sex. It's a warm feeling that they get on the inside because you have been kind and nice and loving and thoughtful. Trustworthy. So intimacy. Then security. They feel secure. Women want to feel secure. Now, women, what men need is sex and respect. They need two things, sex and respect. They got to feel like I'm the man. I'm the king of the castle. I'm the king of the castle. I am Hercules. You gotta, and if that doesn't happen, it's gonna be a problem. I had another friend who called me.
They will stray, and that can be emotional strain, because that goes back to the concept that I had mentioned sometime, like the work spouse.
Yeah.
Where you're getting so it might not be sexual, and
it might not be sexual.
Like the other one who said his wife is having conversations. He doesn't know if it's sexual or not. But you know what? There might be some emotional fulfillment that this other person is providing.
Yeah.
Which is what the work spouse, the term that they've come up with.
It's not a sexual.
So it
it's
doesn't even
emotional.
So you get to the communication, the emotional, often before you get to the just sexual.
Yep.
You feel comfortable. They appreciate me. They listen to me, and all the things that my busy spouse doesn't do, or they're short, they're curt, and it makes me feel important.
So here's what I want you to do. Whoever sent this note in, I want you to make a commitment that I'm here for the long haul. Can you control the time?
How do you demonstrate that?
Can you control the time? No. Can you control the weather? No. Can you control what someone else does or says? No. What's the one thing in life you can control? Yourself. Therefore, if your spouse says, I am done, I'm leaving you, I'm coming with you. I'm done. Well, I'm here for the long haul. I told her many times, if she leave me, I'm coming with her. She leave me for another man, I'm gonna be right in the middle of the bed between the two of them. I'm gonna say to each of them, "Good morning, good morning." I'm not going anywhere because I'm here for the long haul. We've been here 34 years. Dated 4 years before that. That's 38 years, and you still look good.
Thank you, sweetie.
You look good. You turned me on. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. Anyway, I want to encourage you, my man, to keep the faith. Trust God through this. Sometimes you got to trust God.
And you have to do things together. Okay, we got to
Yeah.
trust God.
Do you have a date night?
Rely on your faith.
Yeah,
And how do you start to mend?
How do you start working on it?
If you're not having conversations,
and we are big
time
proponents
together,
of marriage counseling.
Absolutely.
Marriage counseling. We if you're having issues, get a professional marriage
and we can refer.
counselor. We can refer some people. We got Christian marriage
counselor.
counselor who help us. Okay, our time is over. Let's see if we can get one more in. Woo! There's a big one. My husband's a wonderful man, good provider, very kind, but we have a big problem in the bedroom. He is a minute man. And I'm not getting satisfied sexually. I have told him, and he does not think it's a big deal. I don't know what to do. I've even toyed with the idea of having an affair, but don't want to break up our marriage. He is a good man. I don't know what to do. Help. Okay. This time for 4F conversation. And you have to be careful how you say it, though. This is very important. I'm going to let you talk about that because women, you've told this to women before.
Men can get, it's a very sensitive issue. I mean, their sex organs are on the outside. And, you can encourage or discourage very quickly.
Yep. You can hurt feelings very quickly.
Which ends up showing in their sex organs. So, how you talk, and you say be friendly. What does that look like? What does that look like in terms of? And if they're saying that maybe you're saying he doesn't think it's a big deal. How could it not be a big deal? Which would suggest to me, how did you talk to him about it? Or are there some other activities, some other kind of before play and other kinds of activities before you actually become intimate with penetration?
So, to the gentleman who might have some need for help, I've never used the little blue pill, so I can't recommend it. I can't.
So suggestions on staying power is
what you're
saying.
Staying power. Here we go. Gentlemen, I want you to go get some ashwagandha. Health food store. Ashwagandha.
I think it also comes in pill form. They have it at Mom's Market.
Eleuthero. Eleuthero. Ho Shu Wu. 3 words. Ho Ho Shu Shou Wu W.
So they're all herbs.
All natural herb. Damiana. 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 And Yohimbe. And then you get the pill called horny goat weed.
The name says it all, right?
Yeah. My health food guy, how old is Eddie? He's in 75?
375.
Something like that. Eddie says, he told me years ago, Willie, get these. They work. He's a health food expert, a natural health expert. I said, okay. What happened was initially I called him because my knee was hurting. And it felt arthritic. And I know he had arthritis early on, but
he had a major fall.
And it had been arthritic all over his body. Mm-hmm. He had learned these health tips from some other people, and he became a student of health. He said, here's what I want you to take. red clover liquid every day in your juice. Okay. All right. I get my little juice, put my red clover liquid in, drink it. Red clover liquid, drink it. About a week later, my knee stopped hurting. I said, oh, that red clover had nothing to do with it. It was just my knee healed. So I stopped taking the red clover. My knee started hurting again. I started taking it again, stopped hurting. And I said, okay, he knows what he's talking about. And then I said, Eddie, men get older, they got to make sure they got staying power. He said, oh, I got the answer for that. He got the answer for that. And he told me to get these: ashwagandha, eleuthero, hosho wu, damiana, and yohimbe, and honey goat weed. And I did.
So what do you do? Put a drop?
Put a dropper full. You take it, it's a dropper, and you just put it in some juice or whatever, and down the hatch. And Popeye the Sailor Man comes to life. It's like spinach for Popeye. Oh, so look, our time is
But
up.
the spouse can help, okay?
Yes. So again,
How
let's
you
see.
talk, how you
How many of y'all would like to come down where our marriage seminar, full day marriage seminar, a retreat? Are you interested? Send us an email. Say, I'm interested. I want to come. We're thinking about October. We got to get a date, though. We got to get enough people say they're interested for us to start looking at booking a place. So info at williejolly.com. Info at williejolly.com. Again, send your questions to info. If you got issues, we got tissues.
So maybe as we do the topics, we could have answer a question a week. How about that?
Well, maybe we do more. We could do more topics. All right, we got Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last. Get 2 copies, one for you and your spouse. Read it at the same time. Discuss it. Write in the chapters of your book. Get the seminar, the marriage seminar at jollymarriage.com/live. And you can get the workbook at Jolly Marriage as well. And we just finished the audio book that will be on Audible. And we're finalizing the digital book so you can download it. How's all of that? Is that good or is that good? We're going to make it possible for you to live 100 years of happily married life.
Enjoy each other.
And make the most of every second.
Take care of each other.
Yes, indeed.
You live longer.
You live longer. People who are happily married live longer. Am I right about it?
Yes.
All right.
Research says.
That's what research says. Thank y'all for your time. Tell Lottie Dottie and everybody about this. Pass it on. Pass it on. Love it, love it, love it. Share it, share it, share it.
Jolly
We got to go.
out.
Jolly out. Love you. Bye-bye.